Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, I was debating whether or not I wanted to do this video. As you could clearly see on the screen, this video is going to be about mermaids and the marine kingdom. Now, I've done 2 videos on the marine kingdom. I did one on my other channel, More Black Balloon. That was the original video. So I can link those in the description for the people that haven't seen my talks about the marine kingdom, where I just talked about it from the things that I've learned over the years. But I've never really did a video on mermaids, and they're both connected. Maybe I should ask the question, do we believe mermaids are real? Do we believe they're actual physical beings? Or are they, some kind of entity that's more spiritual than physical? So I won't make this video too long because it's pretty straightforward, but I do want to go over the history of the siren and the mermaid. In the beginning, they basically were separate. So I do want to read over that to kind of like clarify the difference as far as Greek mythology goes when the siren was first talked about and I guess discovered. Also want to take the time to talk about the Haitian mermaids as well, because just about any video you would watch on mermaids, a lot of people speak of the Haitian mermaids and the water spirits that are involved. And then obviously you got Haitians that will give you some of the same stories, because a lot of them tell the same stories to other people, especially the one about the little girl that had a stepmom that would force her to go get water from the ocean. And I think she ended up like getting kidnapped by one of the mermaids. Can't remember completely how the story goes, but we got to visit that as well. That's why I said it all kind of ties into the marine kingdom as far as water spirits, because they're all considered water spirits. So that's why I asked the question, do you think they're physical beings, aquatic humanoids, or whatever you want to call them, or do you think it's more spiritual? But if you go by the stories of Haitians and other people that have actually claimed to see them, when they choose to actually show themselves to humans, because I do believe it's more, we don't actually see them when we want to. They choose to show themselves. So it just makes me think about what actually are mermaids, and I thought this would be a cool video to do since we never talked about it on the channel, and I know a lot of y'all gonna have stories and opinions about it. So with that being said, we'll take this time here before we look at the clip. I want to go into the history of it really quick, so we're gonna read from this article. Check this out. All right, y'all. Now, I found this article that I wanted to read just real quick about the history of mermaids and their origins in ancient Greek sirens. Now, I just felt we should go over this real quick, just to have a little bit of the understanding of the history of sirens. Mermaids, folkloric creatures with the head and upper body of a woman and lower body of a fish, appear in many cultures across the world. Many have traced the contemporary conception of a mermaid to the ancient Greek figure of the siren, despite the fact that similar creatures can be found across the world. Sirens were dangerous creatures in Greek mythology. The fearsome figures, which were described and depicted as half woman and half bird, sat perched on rocky crags along the sea, singing beautiful, seductive songs. They hoped to ensnare nearby sailors, luring them into dangerous rocks with their songs, causing shipwrecks. So it says, while the ancient Greek sirens do not exactly resemble mermaids, as they are half bird, not half fish, the creatures began to shift forms in antiquity. By the Hellenistic period, Greek depictions of sirens more clearly resembled the current image of mermaids as beautiful fish-tailed women, yet the bird-like women were still found in art up until the Byzantine period. So it says, although ancient Greek sirens may have had the most influence on modern conception of mermaids, it is hardly the oldest description of the creature. The first known stories featuring mermaids came from Assyria and date back to 1000 BC. They tell the tale of goddess Atagartis who loved a mortal man.
We got another one over here. What are those? What the fuck's going on? On each side of the boat? What are those trails called? What side is swimming fast underneath that water? Something's swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Now that video is crazy, and it's actually what made me want to do this video, because almost sounds like those are real mermaids. Almost sounds like screeching, you know, like it doesn't, that didn't really sound beautiful to me the way they described that they can sing, which I don't doubt that because there's plenty stories of it. But to me, it kind of sounds demonic, which we already know that these water spirits are very demonic. They're very evil. And it makes me think like this. We don't have to go searching outside of this planet for other planets. The land, the sea, and the skies, or the Antarctic kingdom, those are planets in themselves. Why? Because they host different portals. The marine kingdom, which is also why only 5% of the entire ocean has been discovered, is because scientists, they cannot prove it. It just doesn't make sense to them. One, the force of the ocean is too great. It's too great. And then there's the marine kingdom. That is their home. That is another realm outside of what we live in today. It's another realm outside of our reality. The marine kingdom is spiritual, and these water spirits, you know, from the stories that you hear, especially those stories that come out of the Caribbean, Haitians, those African water spirits, they worship these spirits. They actually bring these spirits offerings. A lot of people get took by these spirits and they get dragged through portals. And there's a lot of different stories that Haitians will tell you, other Caribbean people will tell you, that a lot of these people don't ever come back when they get kidnapped by these mermaids. A lot of them come back and they can never speak again for their entire lives. A lot of them come back with gifts, with abilities that they never had before. But there's also people who worship these spirits, and they actually bring them things, you know, for a return of them being financially stable, good health. It's almost just like selling your soul to the devil. It's basically that same concept. But a lot of people actually really worship these water spirits, and they have to uphold their end of the deal. So that's why I say we don't have to look, you know, you don't got to worry about Mars, Venus, Jupiter. There's planets right here on this earth, and the marine kingdom just happens to be the most wicked one in my eyes. It's the most wicked realm that exists on our planet. Another thing to more understand it is the fact that these creatures, these water spirits, they had to be created, right? Now, we all know the queen of the marine kingdom is a fallen angel. She is the queen of the coast. And they say that, you know, her kingdom is in the Indian Ocean. So if we know that the queen of the coast, the queen of the marine kingdom, that's in another realm in the waters, it just makes sense. Only 5% has been discovered, y'all. You couldn't imagine what's in the ocean. Also, another thing, just kind of off topic of what I was about to say, isn't Haiti right there next to the Bermuda Triangle? So it makes sense why so many people go missing in that area. They're taking you through portals, and a lot of people come back with stories that they were actually slaves of these water spirits, of the mermaids. They kidnap them and turn them into their personal slaves, and they take them through water portals. Y'all, this stuff is unreal. It's crazy. And so back to the point, they are offspring, basically just like giants. They're offsprings of the fallen angels. And I guess in a sense, bestiality. That's where they come from. So if we know God destroyed the world the first time through a flood, it's obvious why these water spirits are still here today and they exist in their realms. They are inhabitants of the sea because they were already in the water. That is why they are still here and they're still operating. They're inhabitants of the sea, water spirits, and they are very powerful, very evil entities. And I think it's absolutely nothing to play with. Because like I said, there are people that actually worship these beings. I started watching a bunch of different stories here, people that are from Haiti, because I think you get it the most from people that are from Haiti. And I actually know someone that's from Haiti, and I talked to him about it a little bit, and he got some of the same stories of the people that will tell you all across YouTube. There's a bunch of different stories. It's like don't wear jewelry in rivers, don't wear jewelry at the ocean because they'll think you're coming with an offering. Of plenty kids and women getting kidnapped by the spirits. So you'll hear a bunch of different stories about the mermaids, being very beautiful, some of the most beautiful creature you will ever see on this planet. About them coming up to the shore, sitting on rocks and brushing their hair, and sometimes they leave their golden brush behind. Whoever finds that brush would usually be blessed with riches, or they will be cursed and they will have to, the spirits will enter their dreams and it would basically force them to come back to where they found the brush from. And that's usually another tactic of how they kidnap certain women, kidnap men. There's a bunch of different stories. There's a lot of different stories. I didn't want to go too deep into every story I heard on the internet. Y'all could watch those videos, but I more so wanted to talk about the spiritual warfare part of it and give my opinion that these are offspring of fallen angels. In a sense, they're demon spirits, they're water spirits. And I think it's almost very similar to UFOs, because y'all remember when we was talking about UFOs, I've done so much research into it. We basically came to the conclusion that the UFOs we see are fallen angels and they're spiritual. They're not actually planes that you can touch. They're not the ones that were built here in the US and the ones that the Nazis built. Those are ones that you can touch. They're physical UFOs. They're, disc shaped planes and objects. But the UFOs that defy gravity, they are not physical. You cannot touch them. They're spiritual, and they're operated by fallen angels that zoom in and out of portals into our physical realm. That's why I said there are 3 planets here on this earth: the air, the land, and the seas. You could probably almost say the Antarctic Kingdom is another one as well, because there has to be something beyond the ice walls. But anyway, that's another point, but yeah, y'all, I want to know y'all opinions about this. Also, I won't let this video go without also reading into the history of the La Sirène. I don't really know how they say it. I think it's like in Creole, it just means the mermaid. So we're going to read a little bit into the history of the Haitian water spirits, just because I like y'all to know the history of this stuff, and we're not just talking about it just randomly. We'll go a little bit deeper into that. So we'll use this next portion of this video to go ahead and jump into that article. So check this out. All right, y'all. Now, real quick, we got to pull up something that just confirms what I'm talking about. I know a lot of y'all probably heard this stuff, but just to go over a little bit of history of it, right? So it says the existence of mermaids in Haiti are connected to a particular female Haitian water spirit known as La Sirène. I'm going to assume that's how you say it. In Haitian folklore, La Sirène is the queen of the sea and the maritime counterpart of love and beauty spirits. Now, this one says that this particular water spirit is the queen of the ocean. So I'm not sure if this is that fallen angel entity that is also called the queen of the coast. Now, it could be 2 different water spirits that we're talking about here, so I'm not really sure. But this one is supposedly the mermaid queen, who is said to dwell in a beautiful underwater castle, but may also be seen on the surface. That right there lets you know that they're a part of another realm. Now, I don't think there's a mermaid castle just sitting at the bottom of the ocean that we can see. You would only be transferred there through a portal, through a water portal. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense. That's why I brought up the Bermuda Triangle being close, right there next to Haiti, basically. Says she comes to the surface frequently where she might be observed by humans. She is revered as a mermaid. When a mermaid appears in Haiti, it is often assumed to be that particular water spirit, La Sirène. It's not certain whether there are many different mermaids or if it's simply the same one that people see. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there are definitely many different mermaids. I don't think it's just one appearing everywhere. Although I'm sure they use portals, they could probably appear anywhere they want on this planet. But I'm going to assume that there are a lot of different mermaids because people all over see them. I even have a clip of Boosie, Lil Boosie, saying he saw a mermaid in Hawaii and I think Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert that right here just for context.
People don't believe, but I believe in mermaids. The Mermaid Show. I saw I swear to God on Jesus. I swear to God on Jesus, I saw 2 or 3 mermaids in my life. I was in Hawaii. I saw a mermaid in Hawaii and Puerto Rico. I put that on bleep. I swear to God, I saw mermaids in Hawaii and Puerto Rico.
You notice right away that La Sirène is a key figure in Haitian voodoo culture when you look into it. To begin with, it should be stated that voodoo is not what you see in Hollywood horror films. These are unhealthy representations of the actual religion of voodoo, which incorporates various spiritual systems. A lot of people have their different opinions on voodoo. We'll leave that there. It says the Greek sirens in particular seem to enjoy attracting males. La Sirène, on the other hand, is often portrayed as an abductor of women. Now, if you get deep into the stories, you can hear that mixed up, that it's the opposite, but I'm not really sure about it. If a woman is dragged into the water by La Sirène, there are 2 possible outcomes. She drowns or she returns with new abilities such as gifts to heal and see into the future. Remember, that's what we also talked about a little bit earlier. Another probable cause for La Sirène's distinct interest in ladies may be her function as the goddess of femininity. She has much greater connection to women through their spiritual aspects, which might explain why she is more interested in them. So it also says that there's no clear description of what she appears like other than that she can have long black hair, which is mostly what I've seen because most people see the water spirits from behind. They don't actually see their face. That's just what I've seen. And I see a lot of them say that they can basically shapeshift. The men, they say the men don't really look that good, like the mermen, but they can also, if they're attracted to a woman, they can make themselves look very beautiful as mermen. So I've heard a bunch of different stuff looking this up, right? Says she's most depicted as a mermaid with a fishtail. She's also just depicted as a beautiful woman. This picture is frequently seen on shrines and have to do with the worship of the mermaid. And this is where it goes into where they basically have strong ties to African water goddesses. It says the mermaid accompanied the African peoples who were brought to Haiti against their will. She is frequently referred to as Mami Wata or Yamaja, the Haitian variant of the African water spirits. It is difficult to define whether they are beings or spirits, but their origins and roles in society are similar to those of La Sirène. I think they're all the same, and I think they are, like I said, these are fallen angel offspring. So I think they're spirits, but they also can shapeshift, and they can appear to humans. This is also why I feel, in my personal opinion, we don't see them. We don't go and search for them and find them and look at them. You know, maybe some people have, but I feel like they show themselves. They appear to us, you know, the people that they want to see or that they are attracted to. You know, you get so many different stories. It's hard to really like say what they are, but that's why all the videos on the internet are fake. I don't think I've seen a real one yet. The one in this clip, we don't see anything. It's in the water. You know, so you see this, you know, if you can see something in the water, obviously to us that's a physical thing. But I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just feel like when they decide to show themselves, that's when to us it looks like they're a physical, actual being. But I think, you know, in their natural form, they're spirits, they're water spirits, and they exist in another realm. So, and also it goes on to say, the voodoo religion followers, for example, give these spirits food and specific items in order to gain their favor. This is what I was talking about earlier. Mirrors, combs, jewelry, flowers, wine, doves, and perfume are all common gifts to the mermaids. You'll see all of these in movies as well as many pieces of their artwork. In exchange for the presents, the mermaid is reputed to assist her followers in a variety of ways. She has the ability to assist you in achieving financial success, good health, good fortune, and love. Some people even claim that the spirit entered the bodies of the women, bringing them luck and love. That is why I tied it to basically being almost like a Faustian bargain, because these are spirits, and we are not, we're not supposed to connect or worship anything outside of God. We're not supposed to connect to water spirits in order to help us achieve, our financial goals and dreams of great health throughout life, because everybody's going to get sick. A lot of people are going to it's going to be unfortunate. They're going to have things happen to them that they wish never happened to them health-wise. It's just the ups and downs and the duality of life. So we already know we're not supposed to seek help from the spirit world or these demons or evil entities, for gains in the life that we live now. Because I see this as being very demonic. It's from a demonic kingdom, the marine kingdom, and they're very manipulating and controlling spirits, which is why they take so many people with them and they lure them. The old stories of them luring the fishermen, the sailormen, to their deaths, basically. They will take you and kill you. They will drown you to death, or they will turn you into their slaves. Nothing of that is of God. That is very evil. That's why the marine kingdom and those water spirits are nothing to play with. They're very evil. They're very, very controlling, manipulative water spirits, and they listen to everything. They know everything. Like we've had those talks on the channel. The marine kingdom is pretty much responsible for everything. As far as flashy stuff, looks, makeup for women, jewelry, all kind of stuff, nails, all of that good stuff. Some fashion. They're very manipulative spirits, and they listen to everything. They probably know when we're talking about them doing videos on them. I think it's that real. It's that crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Like I said in the beginning, I thought this would be a cool video to do on the channel. I just wanted to go over some of the history of it. Mostly, I want to get y'all opinions. I want to see what y'all got to say about it in the comments. If we got some of the same views on this stuff. I don't know it all. I've never seen a mermaid in my life, so I can't tell you. I just, from everything I've seen, looked up about it, studied about it, heard over the years, I feel like they're more spiritual beings than physical. But, and like I said, I think they could shapeshift and make themselves appear to be a physical being when humans actually say that they see them. But, that's just my opinion. So, yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Any other, videos y'all want to do that's about the unknown, mysteries of the world, mysteries of the seas. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff out there we can talk about. Even the Bermuda Triangle, But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think. And with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon.